About education.
Hold on, slow down, Clarence.
Okay, what you
got to get that camera ready.
Well, she said the mic's are
All
hot.
right, this all right.
I'm sorry. Claire.
Let's go, y'all.
Okay, she's a professional.
Come on,
Yeah,
Shona.
let's do it. Okay, so this episode.
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
How important is higher education to you and for your children? And how did you prepare for it?
Who gonna
No,
say
everybody's looking at me, right?
Listen,
Yeah.
So we
listen.
know Tim got process. So I
She got her
She got her pen.
think
We still ain't learned from first episode. All right, come on.
education is extremely important to me. For me, initially, it was a means of getting out the house. It was a means of getting away from home, the home life. And so it was my exit ticket. And so that was part of it. The other part of it is along the way I learned through Daddy's side of the family, they were all educators. Like education, they were college educated, they were teachers. And so kind of hearing that and just realizing that I had a passion for even teaching. When I was 7, when I used to collect the teachers' handouts at the end of the school year and grab Daddy's ledger and play like it was an attendance book. So I've had a passion for education, and I feel like it was made important in our home with all the books and all the reading that we were charged to do. And preparing my children for it is just, as a single mom, who, was not working a conventional 9-to-5, who has a business, and make sure my children can experience higher ed, because by the time they were going to come around, you needed an undergrad degree to have a few more options and where you can start your career in life. And so making sure that I researched a lot of programs, making sure I understood the FAFSA form, which is a really big part of higher ed, and financing education, and making sure I explore all the possible pathways that I could make it possible for them to get there. That's it.
All right. You have kids in college?
I do. I have one that graduated from college. Go Kennedy, NC State. Wait a minute. Did I say NC? NC
Yes, you
Central.
did.
Horrible.
North Carolina.
Shame. I got 3 more to go. I'm focused on the next one. Now that one is done. NC Central graduate. She went through the 2-2 program, which a lot of people don't talk enough about. 2-2 is 2 years at community college, transfer into a 4-year institution and finish out your degree. I know a lot of people, especially in our culture, don't like saying, "Oh, my kid's going to community college," but from a financial standpoint, it is way more cost effective than incurring $80,000 to $100,000 in debt, because that's the cost of education. So I'm looking forward to sending the rest of my children. I use the county high school programs to help them get there, but yeah.
Okay. What about you, bud?
Also, me now.
So I was thinking you were still writing.
She's still writing. Yeah, I saw that. I was
still
gonna give it to her. She
processing.
was writing, but
She was still writing.
you silly. So graduating high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do in my life. I had absolutely no idea. I know I didn't want to go to college and waste my mother's money, because I know she didn't have a lot of it. And so,
People say,
So circle back.
Amen to that
Circle
second
back
part.
to that.
It's
There's
just,
a lot to go around.
So for me, shout out to Uncle Bill. Okay, you know who you are. When I graduated high school, said, "Hey, what you doing? For the summer?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "Well, why don't you come sell cars with me for the summer?" And that started a 26+ career in an industry that I never thought I'd be a part of. And I've learned so much just through experience. And I understand that working in that industry, I work next to doctors, I work next to dentists, I work next to convicted felons. I mean, just all shapes and sizes within an industry that I think you can actually thrive in. It's based on consistency and effort. So, me looking back at school, for me, I don't think it was, for me, it wasn't for me at the time. Because I had no clue on what I wanted to do. And for my kids, I don't require it for them, but I do say if you want to do it, then try it because it is good to have that piece of paper. I do encourage my kids to be entrepreneurs, to be a part of what's current and how to value the importance of your time. And so I've tried my damnedest to be, it's like, why don't you create content? Because I see in the past 10, 12 years, people creating content that make the money that they want and live the life they want without having to go to a place that provides them income. And so we growing up in the entrepreneurship house, it was never always about, we want you to go out, get an education. It was a part of it because we came from it. Daddy went to school, his family went to school, but it wasn't never like, hey, push, push, push. Well, at least I didn't feel it. At least I didn't feel it. So for my kids, it's important for them. They want to do it, then I'm 100% behind it. But again, I'm more important. My main focus is figuring out what it is exactly you want to do with your life and being happy doing that. More than anything else, whether it's mopping floors or whether it's creating, marketing campaigns for Fortune 500 companies, or whether it's just, a wonderful government job because we're where we are. Just finding what you love to do. Because again, I'm big on life. I'm big on life and how short it is. So I don't care what
Quality.
you do. I'm quality over the quality because the quantity is short. So it's important to them because that's what they want to do. All their friends are doing it, but they also have dreams and aspirations, which change all the time. So with 4 girls, it changes all the time. But yeah, pursue it. I'm always just going to be supportive of whatever they do. If they want to do modeling until they're 45, 50, and it's mid, I don't care. As long as you live your life doing what you want. And that's what matters to me. I've learned that I can be successful without a college degree, and so I know that anything's possible at that point.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
True.
Donnie, because she's still ready. She's still ready.
No, she's ready. She's
You ready?
ready. She's just making
Oh, you ready?
notes. She's ready.
I'm just,
This
y'all
one's gonna
just
last.
sparking the juices. You're getting it all. So my answer is
She gotta it gotta flow down.
Yeah,
Trickle down
be
to that.
smarter than what it would have been if I would have went at first. Because it was just some words before. So how higher education is important to me? It's really important to me. I mean, growing up as a sort of higher achieving student in TAG, talented and gifted, it wasn't something I knew mattered or said something about me until I got a little bit older. But I like school, I like reading, I like writing, I like learning. So it was always just very matter of fact that I would go to college.
Mhm.
It wasn't like a choice. It wasn't like a burden. It was just like, yeah, that's just the natural next step, as it would have been from going from middle school to high school. How I did college was, I think, very much related to what I value in life, which is I studied the things I wanted to study. I didn't go thinking I should do this for money. I didn't go thinking that I just needed to do this because it was easy. I saw it as an opportunity to pursue my interests, expand my mind, build my skills. And related to how I felt I was raised by our mother, it didn't matter whatever I said I wanted to do. There was a time when I said I wanted to be an Air Force pilot. I wanted to fly F-15s. I said I wanted to be a professional dancer and choreographer and travel around the world with major hip-hop and R&B artists or pop artists. There was a time where I wanted to be a robotics engineer, a time where I wanted to dig up dinosaur bones. Shout out to the Jurassic Park era.
Shout out to Jurassic Park.
Astronaut, like whatever I wanted to be, she'd be like, that's great. Tell me what's your plan now. And so I've always seen education and higher education as a tool to like propel me to where I want to go. So I know people have different ideas about school and college and all sorts of stuff, but like no matter what, school is just a place that is a structured environment to learn in, I like the structured environment. I like that the goals are clear. I like all that stuff. So I studied dance. I studied cultural anthropology. I studied cities. I ended up making my own major. I made dance. I did a bunch of stuff that just felt meaningful to me that wasn't necessarily tied to what I thought I could get a job
Yeah.
in. So my whole thing is like the most important value around higher education to me is like, how does it fit into your vision for what you want to be? And your vision can change. It's not fixed. It will change.
Right.
It will evolve. But like, how does learning fit into that? What's the type of learning environment that supports you most? And then I see higher education as a place to hone your craft. I think a fixed mind is a very limited. It is a limiting way to live.
Yeah, for sure.
And so if you like, learning is just a way to expand your mind, expand your horizons, challenge your preconceptions, challenge what you think is true. You never know what nugget of wisdom or kernel is laying in wait in the things that you haven't learned or discovered yet. So I think it's like super important wherever you learn, but also as a means to not just getting a piece of paper, because it's what you do with it too. Like I graduated in 2010. I took an extra year. It's height of the recession. I was part of the first wave of folks coming out of college where it was like, it wasn't true that all you had to do was go to college and get a job.
Yeah.
So us like older millennials, we had to hustle. Like we were putting together internships. We were doing fellowships. It was, and I was in New York too, so it was really a hustle sort of environment. So it was never like degree equals job. It was like degree equals something that I did, I followed through with. I had a good time. I learned a lot, and now getting a job requires the same amount of strategizing. What are the things I need to get me where I want to go, to do what feels meaningful to me for what I'm trying to achieve? There are times I try to make money. There are times I wanted to learn things. There were times where I wanted to try certain stuff out, and that was how I approached it. Sometimes education, formal education, was part of that. Sometimes other types of experiences.
And you rocked it out. Like, you went to MIT. Like, you and Crystal. Well, let me just say this before I give my answer. You, Crystal, and Nikki got y'all degrees. Woo! I guess we over here on entrepreneur couch.
African.
I got a seat over there too. Don't act like I don't got a seat over there too.
African.
You went to school.
I did, but I wasn't good at it. I wasn't good at it.
Somewhat.
So, I mean, I got, you know, when they ask college experience. Some.
No, you went to hair school though.
That's it, I did. But you rocked out. So, you know, that's like MIT, Cochrane, like y'all are MBA, you know, like I was like, am I stupid? You know,
You know what I do? You know what I do? I laugh with something. Go ahead.
They're not going to ask you to
They
validate.
never gonna ask. They gonna ask. They gonna ask.
I'm telling your skin,
I'm
they
at
want
some
to see
degree.
the picture. They
They
want
wanna
to
see-
see.
Send the
They want to
transcript.
see the
I
transcript.
got
They're like, send it now.
7 credits. Okay, go ahead.
Seven
go ahead.
possible.
7 possible
possible.
credits.
My transcript is some trash. But I think it was only important to me because what y'all didn't say, and I was surprised, I was waiting for y'all to say, is father was a doctor.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it was so freaking important in the household. I was like, am I smart enough? Jesus, can I go? But he was a doctor, MD, and he,
For kicks.
yeah, and
Yeah.
but he got his
No,
degree.
for a promise.
He gave
Yeah,
gave
that's
it
what
to
I'm saying.
Yeah.
he
Just
gave
because
it to his
could.
mother
Yeah.
and said, I got it. Now what you want?
Right.
But he used to take me on Howard's campus so that I would love it. And I'm telling you, besides watching them step, I was like, okay, go Greek. I'm going to do that. It was never my passion. I think from the age of 5 years old, I always knew I was going to be a hairstylist. I loved the Barbie heads. I made them up. And it was Daddy who was like, you ain't gonna need no dumb old hairdresser. I was like, well, why he dumb though? You know what I'm saying? Like, why he dumb? But I loved it. And the only reason why I went to college was because he passed away. And I thought I was going to fulfill his legacy.
It's true.
But I was in
Mr.
class.
Mr.
My body
Impossible.
was in class, but my mind
Mine was on the other side of town.
my mind was outside. So, you know, it wasn't my road to success. And what I learned was for my children, because now, by the time they were born, in order for you to be successful, in order for you to get your dream job, because your goal is to get your kids out of the house. it was really pushed upon them to go to school, to be great, to make good grades. And now they didn't have to, because I also made them do my oldest Fallon, to do apprenticeship under me. They could be, but like mommy required, what is I got from her, give me your plan.
Yep.
Because you can't just sit around. I don't care if you want to be a trash truck driver, just aspire to own the company one day. And that was my goal for them. So they didn't have to go, but they wanted to go, and they excelled. And both of my daughters graduated with their degrees, and that's great for them. I love that for them. Right? Was I prepared? Heck no, because I'm in so much Parent Plus loan debt up to my eyeballs. You know what I mean? It was, for my oldest, right? Love her, degree for her, right?
Degree for her.
My youngest, it was a struggle just paying that joint out of pocket. So I was
proximity.
So I tell them all the time, I stood on these feet and twirled these curlers so that you could have the opportunity that you had. But I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't prepared. I'm back now rebuilding my life as a result of it. But but I saw that for y'all. I loved it. I admired you, the three of you, for going to college and finishing. I was like, wow, they stuck with it. You know, they did that. But what I did do, now piggybacking off of college stuff, I knew I was going to be a hairstylist, but I was going to be at the top of my game. And that requires a level of education and certification too, that I also became a cosmetology teacher. So even though I didn't do the traditional route of getting my bachelor's, I did get my certification. I'm a licensed educator to teach in the field that I have my expertise in.
So to your point about the route that you took, right? College, like Tiff said, is really was part of the plan for me, for my career. Like, I loved education. I love graphic design. I had a very fixed mind when I was 9. I love graphic design. I love psychology. I was like, we had a book of careers, and I looked in the back. I was like, oh, they're called commercial designers, the people who make these billboard ads that we see on the side of the road, on all these road trips that we take down to Martinsville, Virginia. I was like, I want the mind control. I thought it was mind control, and I was like, I want to do that. And I fixed my mind to pursue that.
That's your superpower. Again.
You want Slim Jim at exit 29.
When you sleep outside the Apple store in order to get the latest device,
right.
That's mind control. Whether you want to acknowledge, and I wanted a piece of that. I want to kind of get into that world. But college was it was required for me to get there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, this is what I want to be. 19 years old, mom, make your plan. Gotta go to college, gotta get a 4-year degree, and then I can enter this industry entry level. It was just part of the plan. I was a nerd too. I loved education. I love learning. I'm a cool nerd, excuse me. I call myself a cool nerd.
There's nothing wrong with that.
She's like, pause.
Am I a nerd?
You might be alone on that.
I still love learning. So I too, like Donita had the opportunity. Donita went in, I was like, oh shoot, they got a program like that. And then Donita, client, thank you for being in your gifting in your trade, says, oh, we need someone who knows graphic design. She tells me I'm now a certified educator too, right? And so now we'll get to, pass this on and make these non-traditional STEM. There's so many more things in the world you can do outside of STEM. It's not the only job that you can do and earn a living wage.
Right.
You can do it as a stylist. You need some hustle.
Yeah.
You can do it as an entrepreneur. You need some hustle. You have to be witty, smart. You got to know how to navigate people. But being able to go into teaching and expose kids to another career pathway outside of STEM that allows them to be creative in a different way where they can earn a living wage is like superpower unto itself.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, I think so too. And then now, the good thing about our father is he was a scholar and an entrepreneur.
Yep.
And do y'all remember that? Like growing
Absolutely.
up, you remember that? Like, you don't really remember him being a doctor so much. Or you remember seeing the lab coats at home.
I don't even
Remember
remember
that?
that.
You remember that?
I remember the lab coats.
But what do you remember most?
I remember all of the damn businesses. I remember the car dealership. I remember the limos 2 limousines parked in our backyard from the limousine service that he did. We went to Martinsville in limousines.
And then I'm out.
And so I remember,
That's so crazy.
the computer stores on 14th and K Street. So, just for me, when I got older, I tried to live up to that,
Mm-hmm.
and it became Mr. Impossible.
Mm.
It became Mr. Impossible to me because super educated. This man went to school from Martinsville, Virginia. We've all been down there.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't nothing but trees
And
and
NASCAR.
red clay dirt.
NASCAR goes to that.
NASCAR, yeah, and NASCAR.
NASCAR goes to
It's a
that.
country.
Yeah, it's just nothing. He lived on a mountain. To come out of there, and he did an A&T. Then he went to Howard to be Omega Psi Phi fraternity.
President.
President.
Look, president. He chaptered 2 lines. He won the Mother of Pearl, which is the highest award you can get for the fraternity. Class president. Finished with a doctorate in general medicine and a business degree, and have all those businesses. And by the age of 36,
Yes.
So it was always Mr. Impossible to me as I grew up, because now there was a bar for me to try to hit that felt impossible no matter what I did.
And you're a junior too.
Yes.
So here's the thing about that, because I'm a junior because we had the same name, but it's not on my birth certificate. It is not on my social security card. And I asked your mom about that.
Mine might be stunning dreams.
What did you say on your birthday?
Absolutely not.
We're gonna have to talk about
It's not. It's absolutely not.
We're
It's
gonna
not.
talk about that.
Cut the tape.
It's not.
There's some family business to
For real. So for real.
That is wild.
It is not.
Mommy
so,
got a lot
gotta
of
know-
unsigned documents.
Never mind.
know
All
that.
right, sorry, brought it up. Sorry, brought it up.
Tangent.
You gotta know this?
No.
Okay, so it's not on birthday, not on social security card, it's not on any of the documents. The only other signed junior was me.
Okay.
Right.
Wow.
And he went by Earl. He never went by Colonel.
Right.
Right.
Right? And so I asked Mom, now whether it be true or not, I'm gonna live with it, right? So I asked them, because the reason why I asked, because I had to get a copy of my birth certificate, I had a duplicate copy. And I noticed that when I went downtown, I got it, I was like, junior on there.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, Mom, why is that not a junior? She said, your father didn't want me to put it on there because he didn't want you to have to live up to what he said.
Wow. That's
Oh,
insane.
wow, that what the look. And that freed you up.
Really.
Hell
At this
no,
point,
it didn't.
It didn't free you up to
Hell
live
no.
up to
I
impossible.
didn't know that till I was an adult. A full ass adult.
You spent your life in prison.
I
You
spent my
said,
legacy.
I've been trying to live up to this.
all my life I had to
legacy.
fight.
When you was like, you left out this important information,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yeah, I get it.
So it was one of those things where it's like, I understood how important education was. I didn't have a passion for it like Crystal did, like Tiffany did. I didn't.
Well, you had
I
this
always-
entrepreneurial
So
spirit.
I had the
That was
I had an
transferred to
entrepreneurial
you.
spirit. I always thought, the one of the things is you can never make the money you're worth until you sign your own check, right? And part of the only reason, truthfully, I'm being transparent. I'm working transparency.
Mhm.
Only
Man,
Disclaimer.
disclaimer, transparency.
Don't
The only
touch
reason
this.
why I really was like, focused in school, because I would have to compete with Crystal.
Right.
I would have to
Boy,
compete.
that boy was set up here.
And so,
she
How
was
did you
9
do
years
it?
old. She
How
wanted
did
to
you do it?
control mine.
She was
Because
with
remember,
spelling bees and all that.
but we
How
were
did you do
naked
that?
in those spelling bees in elementary school. It was just me and her at the end. It was always me and her at the end. So it was boom, 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 and it didn't. And I realized it once she got smarter and went to Roosevelt, and I got smart and went to Largo. She went in tag program, and I'm
Science
over
and
here,
tech.
huh?
Tech.
Science and tech
It's higher
program.
Science and tech, right.
And I would, and look, shout out to Lago, yeah, but shout out to Lago. But look, and that's when it's like, okay, I really don't. I don't have that bar behind me
Oh my
anymore.
gosh, it's
Yeah.
so crazy.
The
Isn't it
push
crazy?
yeah.
She don't know. She
pushed
never.
you.
She
No,
never heard
'cause
it before.
She pushed
My
you.
perspective on what that bar was in my life, and then the whole daddy legacy thing is so different. than
Yeah.
yours.
So it was like, all right. So I ain't gotta worry about her getting good grades. She gonna get good grades. She had to miss school. Mommy ain't think about me. I'm just streets
Listen.
for the streets. But it was just different. And when I got to high school, things changed, life changed. I started thinking about I love music. I love music as culture. I play all these instruments. People see me playing these instruments. I've been playing in the band since forever.
Forever.
And you're self-taught.
And I'm
You
sorry.
play by
you're
ear.
self-taught.
So-
Same.
But
Wow.
go ahead.
No, I don't want to cut you off.
No, but so it was just I wanted to figure out what I wanted for me, and I didn't know what that was because I never aspired to be a doctor like him. I never aspired to go be a business degree like him. All I knew was I just wanted to be great.
Right.
Mhm.
If that makes sense. I'm getting teary eyed. This is stupid.
Oh.
I just wanted to be, because to me, he was stop to me. To me, because remember, y'all joke about Kermit, number one son, Kermit's son. To me, he was just awesome. And I didn't know how to be, I was trying to figure out at a young age, how can I be that awesome? How can I do that? How can I get there? And so I spent a lot
Y'all
of
keep making
I know.
us cry.
a lot of my time trying to be Mr. Impossible, and it took longer for me, and as I grew older to realize having conversations actually with him saying, you ain't gotta be me. You just be you.
God.
You ain't gotta be me, you just be you, and you figure out what works for you. So, we talk about the education aspect. I never really looked at it or took huge stock in it because I just knew I just had this bar in front that I just had to figure out how to get to. And I didn't think going through school, which I was good at when I applied myself, but I didn't care about it enough. I just wanted to figure out how to be awesome as fast and as quick as he did. So that's what
and to say this to you. You did not have, because he was gone so early.
Yeah.
You were what, 9, 7, 8,
Eight.
8 years old. You did not have him there to help you get to navigate through it, right? Like you had a mom and you had sisters, and we also got to give ourselves grace because there was a lot of grief that was not processed. You follow what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And so, as a young boy, because you were a boy at that time, you didn't have anyone, and not even a male figure, to help you process through that. And so, yeah, all you knew was and you saying that and get teary-eyed. I remember when you walked up to the casket and wanted to be a pallbearer, like, I'm gonna carry my father, and I think that's what you carried with you. And so now you can release yourself from that.
I have.
You can release
Yeah.
yourself from that.
Yeah.
Woo!
The paper towel.
This was a good one.
Face.
This was a good one, y'all.
Oh.
Tiffany, did you have something to say before we roll out? Because I know you were trying to get something out over there.
First of all, I'm so glad I let you finish.
Yes, that was beautiful.
Thank you for. I know we're excited to do this, but I'm just impressed at like how much is coming up that is new. Like I don't know how that would ever naturally come up in a random Christmas dinner conversation. So I appreciate you sharing that. I was gonna say it's really surprising. It's surprising to hear y'all like reflect on like me, Crystal, and Nicole as like the ones who did school. Like I think about higher education truly as like education that takes you to the higher form of yourself. And like I've never seen my degrees or whatever as like different in stature to like what you all do. I think that what we all have in common is like a dogged like determination to like learn more, to be better, be greater. And where you do that is wherever you do that. And so I'm like reflecting on how different it feels, because there's like this formal higher education journey, there's our fathers, there's the entrepreneurial thing, but then like what you do with music, like I wish more people in the world had access to something that they love
Mm-hmm.
and enjoy, or think is so interesting that they just want to consume as much information that they can about it, like, and not necessarily as a means to monetize and make money and make your living off of. You can do that. It does change your relationship to your craft.
Right.
Doing hair for money is different. This is why I didn't become a professional dancer. I was like, I love dance, but I didn't like what it felt like to do it as a job. It
Right.
eroded the passion, and it didn't have the same feeling. And so I think sometimes we get so trapped in this conversation about, is college for me, is college not for me, when it's really about like, education is just a means to get somewhere, to, you know, and it doesn't have to be like more money. Like, you can make it about more money, but it's just to get somewhere. And for me, like, I love dance because I get to move my body, I get to communicate with people in a way, I get to touch people, I get to like express language that I don't have words for, and I want to be really fucking good at that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because when I get on stage and you pay your money or you pay with your time to come and see some art, like, I want to deliver for you.
Right.
And like, you deliver in that chair, you deliver in the dealership, and on that piano, and on that podcast, you deliver with the many things that you do. Is so like the teaching, the design, like, and I deliver at work, you know, running meetings. You know, it's not less, it's not more, but I just would love for people to like liberate themselves from this debate around college and for me or not for me, and, you know, is it worth it, is it not? Because it's not just about college. College is just a proxy for like a thing that you're doing to like take you to a higher place. And sometimes higher might just be like more meaning, satisfaction, time with your family, and like that's good enough. You don't everybody don't have to be great at everything. So I don't know, that's my reflection.
Can I say something?
Oh.
I know. Just
I was
two or three
gonna say-
things.
Okay.
I enjoy learning, like, seriously. I enjoy reading and learning and math and everything, all of it. But for me, part of it was, if I didn't have a cheerleader in the room any other way, then it was my way of cheering myself on. So for a time, my academic achievement, yes, it was a testament to my ability to kind of learn and learn quickly. And I remember there being people in school like, oh, Crystal, this year I'm going to beat you this, or I'm going to do better than you. And there was so many people being competitive about it, but for me, that had nothing to do with that. I wasn't getting paid for my A's like people was racking up. It was none of that. It was just like, I really like learning. I'm really a nerd on the inside. Like, I'm fascinated by all of it. Your bar, my bar for you was, I wanted to go to Roosevelt because they had one class that taught Photoshop. I'm telling you, I'm thorough research. That did Photoshop, which was a tool for graphic design. Roosevelt was the only school within the boundary that offered a class called Tech Ed that would introduce me to the industry of graphic design.
In the 90s.
In the
In the
90s.
90s.
And so the only way for me to get to Roosevelt was to get into the science and tech program because we were outside of the boundary.
Mm-hmm.
It was another proxy for me to get where I wanted to go. So that was that. So, and getting away from Largo, it was, oh God, I ain't gotta be my brother, little sister no more. You know what I mean? I can be free to have my own little social world and my social environment. And then for you, I saw your passion for music. You were in the talent show on a go-go band, 9 years old, man. You were playing at family dinners. You and Toya, all musically, we have a musically inclined family. Let's just get that. 10 cousins play an instrument. And so you were right there with it, playing anything by ear, piano, saxophone, you freaking name it. You couldn't even read music, but you played the heck out of it. And I saw your passion for music then, and I wanted nothing more than for you to pursue it relentlessly. And so, for like, I was like, oh my gosh, that college environment, higher education. I used to always tell the kids that I teach, college is a pencil sharpener sometimes. It just sharpens the lead that's already in there. It sharpens the gift faster so that you can get to the good stuff sooner than if you had to, pace yourself and learn it on your own. It's not that you needed it in order to pursue music and do it well. But I remember trying to find like, oh, there's a school down in Georgetown, it was right up the street, just take a class, like you had a tremendous passion for music and you were so great in your own right. In that lane.
Thank you.
And yeah. I freaking love you, bro. And the thing about Daddy's, let me just say this one last thing. The thing about Daddy's legacy where you felt it was Mr. Impossible, it was empowerment to me. It was gas. It was like, okay, he did a lot. Like, he did a hell of a lot. And whatever he had, whatever moxie he had to do it, I feel like I had it too.
Yeah.
So, when in between my college journey when I got pregnant, I knew I could like get back on the horse to finish because I had the moxie in order to, your life takes turns here and there, but even when you fall off, I had the moxie in me. It's in my DNA for me to be able to get up and keep going to get to the destination I want to get to. So that was it. Okay.
And let me say, I'm gonna close this out. This is gonna be the final word, right? This is gonna be the final.
Swim.
That we have learned today that you don't need a college education to do nothing. It was a standard or bar that was set to keep some of us out of places.
Very true.
True.
Okay, so and on that note, we're gonna wrap this thing up because we are done with this right here.
Yes.
Gosh,
And I'm proud of you.
That's great.
Good one. Good.